M0FXB, welcome back to the channel. Xiegu G90 and the Gsoc. And when you run the Gsoc, you do have to run the previous version of the firmware. These lines are probably just interference from my LED lights, but it is working. Now if I show you both, the Gsoc is covering 100k span here. You can see the G90, you can clearly see the activity. The Gsoc does look great, but when you start to tune, it's quite hard to pick out the activity. You can hear it. It's a nice big screen. You see the frequency changing, and normally the audio would come out of the Gsoc. It's just that I'm just using the USB cable going in here into the bottom cat, and that's big. And I've got the IQ lead plugged in the back as well. The IQ lead goes at the back of the radio and then plugs into the back of the Gsoc, which is a big heavy unit, by the way. You got your speaker there and cat connection, or is it 232 connection that would go behind the head unit, but at the moment I'm just using, there is a system where you can just use this cable, but you lose a lot of the controls. But you can see now that if you look at the G90, there's a big piece of activity there. You can see it there, it's coming now. Very big. So it's nice that I can control it with the Gsoc. So let's take a look at the quantum spectrum that we've now got. What I'm gonna do is switch over and put exactly the same antenna on, and I'll show you how I connect it. So the quantum, this is the let's call it the M3 model. You can actually use it independently. You don't need a radio because it has an input there. To switch it over, you do have to tinker around with these pins. Move these pins around, and then you can get it to just receive using the antenna input. Power supply is in at the bottom there. There's our power supply, 12 volts in, and then we've got a cat here, it says cat, and that's going to connect to just here, the bottom one. So we'll connect that, and the cables do come in the box. Then there's an identical cable, but this one goes to the back of the radio, to the IQ, the pink colour. You see it there. There is a cable you can get for the ACC. I need to learn about what we can do with that. Or a 6-pin cable, should I say. Not sure if that cable is for the G90, but there's a 6-pin cable you can get. That one's an 8-pin, so I'll learn more about that. On the side we've got the IQ in. I'm going to push that into there. So you've got cat, IQ and power, and then if you want to add a speaker, now it does sit on a table, but you can purchase a stand to angle it. I've just been using this stand that I've got here. There's the antenna I talked about. So now the speaker would go in here, and then we'll turn on the power. So we turn on the power, it will come to life. It's hard to film a screen because this screen looks so good. So there you are, it's come to life straight away. Okay, So you can see how with the quantum spectrum, this is the M3 Plus model, there's a lot more detail. There's a learning curve to changing frequencies. I noticed that if I tap this here, it says V dial, look at that, you get this new dial. Of course I need to read the manual. You've got your signal meter there. The preamp is off at the moment. And we're using the speaker in the Xiegu. So I'm not familiar with the whole tuning yet, but apparently you tap and then you move like that. It says here that the frequency is locked, so let's unlock it. See that there? It just said lock frequency. You can tap here and it will zero it off. You can tap the first one, it goes to 500. Otherwise you're moving this white or sort of light blue cursor along and then you're changing up and down here, look. So if I move the cursor to there and then look, right and left arrow. Keep my stylus on it. I don't know what I selected there by accident. So yeah, I moved it across too far, but that's okay. We can go band. And then 40. I should have got myself a stand really, because it keeps wanting to move. Let's move that one and go up 1 megahertz. Or was it 100 megahertz, should I say? Isn't that one? And then it's kilohertz here. Right, anyway, so we'll move further along. We'll tap this one and then we'll start tapping. Oh, like I said, there's a bit of a knack to it once you get it. I'm not used to using a stylus. Doing this the slow way. There you are. Just tap the screen. And then we can zero it. I haven't tried the filters yet. But there's a lot of filters. There's balance there. If you long press, then you command the bottom line. Short press is the top line. There's your menu. Zoom in and out. So I think we're on 1920 kilohertz zoom. 60 is that? 120, 240, 480. 9. My eyes aren't great, but so of course I'll be reading the manual. Then you've got VFO A and B as well. You can still use the radio. A few French stations. So there you are. I thought I'd show you them both. I mean, it's a completely different experience. With the Gsoc, you get this big device. It's not as detailed. It's big, but it's got the built-in speaker. Large VFO knob. With the Quantum Spectrum S3, it's very portable, handheld, light device, completely touch screen. It doesn't just do the G90, it does many radios with the right interface. They're both great fun in their own way and take some learning. Like, for example, the volume here. Just tapping things, and DSP. I can, if I tap the volume now, look, I can, if I was using the speaker, I can lower the volume, increase the volume. So there's a learning to using the stylus and interfacing. It's gone into decode mode there, I think. I don't know how I enabled that. But again, there's a learning curve to these things. Then just DSP off. It does look great. It's enjoyable to use. Got another band button here. So that's it for now. Bye for now.